Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of English with Chris. And this time, our word of the day is echo. Echo. This word is a noun, and the definition the repetition of a sound caused by reflection of sound waves, or a repetition or imitation of another. Our examples, this time featuring me. Chris shouted into the canyon and listened to the echo of his voice. Doesn't sound like a very exciting thing to do, but why not? So in this case, the echo of his voice is the sound of his voice um, being played back. So it's like a loop. You might have seen it in films or TV series, where if it's a very deep hole or something, and someone shouts down a well, you might hear the same word being repeated several times. And that is the echo. Our second example here, the house was so large and empty that I could speak in a normal voice and it would produce an echo. So again, in this scenario, the voice isn't being raised. It's not louder than usual. But because the house is so large, and more importantly, because it was empty, it would produce an echo. So for any of you that have recently or not so recently moved into a new apartment or a house, you'll notice that before you have any furniture there or any carpets or that sort of thing, you will probably hear a lot of echoes, and sometimes it's quite uncomfortable actually. But the more furniture you have, the less it echoes, so that's a positive at least. And our last one, so slightly different here. Whales typically move around by listening to the echo of their noises to determine if something is near. So this is what we call like echolocation, like sonar, and this is like a frequency that we don't have access to, I don't think, but they're able to hear um, their voice sort of resonating off of something and coming back. And that's an echo. So to look at some synonyms of echo, we have repetition, reflection, parallel, imitation, and reverberation. So here we have to be careful. So although these are synonyms, because echo has so many definitions, um, well, not even definitions, but different ways of being able to use it. That not all of these will be exact synonyms in every circumstance. So here, the one that would be closest to what we were talking about would be reverberation, or possibly repetition. Imitation, for example, would be fine. Um, if we're talking about an argument, for example, so we can often use it if someone says something that we agree with. You could say that you echo that opinion. So you're not literally echoing it, but you're basically saying you repeat what they've said. So you agree with it. And in this case, then, imitation would be perfectly suitable. Next, we have our etymology, and the etymology is echo, noun, mid 14th century, sound repeated by reflection, from Latin echo, from Greek echo, personified in classical mythology as a mountain nymph who pined away for love of Narcissus until nothing was left of her but her voice. From or related to Ecce, sound, equine, to resound, from pi, wag, io, extended form of root, to resound. And we see here some Sanskrit as well. Very, very ancient language. Latin, vagaya, to cry. And Old English, sworn in, to resound. And okay, and we also have refined echo chamber attested from 1937. So it's old, but it's not very, very old in that particular case. Anyway, that's going to be it for our etymology for today. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and consider subscribing. I saw recently that I think it's 94% of my watchers had not subscribed. That's incredibly sad. No, I mean, of course, that's probably quite normal. But it would be nice if you joined as well. Good to see some familiar faces. So I wish you all the best. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening or day, depending on what time you watch this. Take care and bye for now. Bye bye.